Hey folks, making 2 batches of beer simultaneously today. Since the first 2 batches turned out really good, I didn't want to change it up too much, but I am changing the malt amounts. Used 2¼ kilograms in the first 2 batches, upping it to 3 and 3.6 kilograms respectively in each of these 2 batches. Want to see if we can get a little more body to the beer and a little higher ABV. In the 3 kilogram batch, I'm using the same amount of Carapils and Crystal malt that I used. But in the 3.6 kilogram batch, I'm actually doubling that. So I'll end up using 1 kilogram with about ½ kilogram each. So I heated up 2 separate batches of water, roughly 2 gallons each, to around 160 degrees Fahrenheit. And then I added to each the requisite amount of Crystal malt and Carapils. Just creating this nice little brew tea. I cover it for 20 minutes, and after 20 minutes, remove the malt and let it drain, and then start heating it up to 170, and that's when you can add the malt extract. Now, I actually immersed the entire extract bag into Star San so the thing's entirely sanitized, and I just cut the top and then just let the whole thing go into the water. That way, the malt gets out of the bag a lot easier. And then I just remove the clean bag. And then I'll just give it a nice little stir, mix it all up, and then just start heating it up to a nice rolling boil. So that's the time when we're going to add the hops. The hop schedule I chose for this is actually slightly different than what's shown in the video. I actually decided to put 5 grams on the front side at 60 minutes, and then I did an aromatic of 15 grams at 15 minutes, and then I did a final 10 gram roughly at 0 minutes. Basically, wasn't looking for an overly bitter beer, but I did want to have a lot of the piney, citrusy notes of the Cascade coming through. So after the boil, remove the hops and cooled it down in ice bath, which was tricky because there was 2 batches simultaneously. And then I added it to the 2 large fermenters with 3 gallons of cool filtered water already inside, which brought it down to about 75, and then did a nice stir up to aerate it completely, which brought it down below 70 degrees. At this point, it was time to add the yeast. Chose a Mangrove Jack's US West Coast yeast M44. Nice top fermenting ale strain of yeast. Produces an exceptionally clear flavor. Just let the hops come through a little more. And after that, it's just time for them to kick in. First batch came in at 1.041 for an original gravity, and the other came in at 1.050. Sealed up both fermenters, topped them with some airlocks with some distilled water in them, and then let them get ready to bubble. And there it was the next morning, bubbles. Happy bubbles. Only a week or 2 and then it'll be ready to bottle. Can't wait to try these beers.